Coming up here first on Super Sunday, we do have the M25 derby as the South Coast side of the Seagulls Brighton will take on South London side of the Eagles of Crystal Palace. And coming up later here on Super Sunday, we do have this matchup, the race of the top four, as 4th place Arsenal will take on 6th place Liverpool, as the winner of this matchup will guarantee 4th place by the end of match day 23. Hello everybody and welcome here on Super Sunday, and I am Richard Keys and I'm here to present to you Super Sunday coverage here for match day 23, and I am joined by here with my fellow pundit here, Andy Gray, with the coverage here as we'll start things first, the M25 derby between Brighton Hove Albion and Crystal Palace. And Andy, what's your major thoughts about this matchup here between these two sides playing each other here at the Amex? A very unusual derby match between these two sides, but the last time they both played each other, Palace got the victory in that first half of this season so far. Could Brighton get themselves that redemption and win here at home against this unusual N25 derby against Crystal Palace here this afternoon? Well, I believe they can, because I feel that both sides have got a lot to fight for in this game, because these two teams lost in their last respective matchup, as Brighton lost 3-2 away from home against Celtic, while Crystal Palace lost 2-1 at home against Sheffield United a few days ago. And those two teams of Celtic and Sheffield United that Brighton and Palace played against in their last matchup, they are both in a relegation scrap and fighting down there. And these two sides of Palace and Brighton lost against those teams from Wednesday. But as of these two teams playing here right now against each other here this afternoon, it'll be a very tight one, and I feel that Brighton have got a duty to win here at home in front of their fans and supporters here in Brighton, while Palace, however, want to try and get back in winning ways and maybe do that here, hopefully so, against their rivals of Brighton to get themselves a win here. That could really give Palace a chance in terms of closing the gap on Brighton in the top half of the table of the Premier League, while we know that Brighton are only now 5 points clear from Crystal Palace in that top half of the Premiership so far of this season. But if they lose here at home this afternoon, it might give Palace a little bit of boost, to try and push themselves away from that bottom half of the Premier League table. Thank you very much there, Andy, and let's get straight now into the major game here for this afternoon, as we have Brighton Hove Albion, and they take on here against Crystal Palace. And let's get to that game right now at the Amex Stadium for this afternoon. And here we go, we are live here in Brighton as we have this game here, the Seagulls of Brighton versus the Eagles of Crystal Palace. Ladies and gentlemen, here in this matchup this afternoon. And these two sides have got a lot to play for here, as they're both currently in that top half, or let's say, of the table of the Premier League at the moment as we speak. But as of right here, right now, this is a massive game for any of these two teams to get a result by. A huge bragging rights between Brighton and Palace through the years, since its rivalry begun from the 70s, when an argument appeared by Terry Venables and also the Brighton manager turned into, let's say, a hatred rivalry between Brighton fans and Palace fans to this day, 40 odd years later. And we'll start things first right here for the lineup here for Brighton Hove Albion, as goalkeeper Robert Sanchez. We also got Tyrone Mings and Dunk Cucurella. We also got Billy Gilmore, Caicedo with João Pedro, Matoma, and also up front Dominic Solanke. And that is a very strong team that Brighton Hove Albion have got here at home this afternoon. But as for Crystal Palace, however, we know that for Dougie Freeman's side, they obviously got a real good striking force up front they have. But goalkeeper here this afternoon, we do have here Dean Henderson in goal. We also have 5 defenders at the back here with Eze and Lerma, with Zaha, Michael Lissier, and also Mateta up front there for Crystal Palace. And we have it all stored for us here right now between these two sides at the Amex Stadium here for this afternoon. We've got Solanke, he right there, looks ready, he does. And the exact same goes to Zaha as well for Crystal Palace in this matchup. So here we go, we are live. Brighton versus Palace here at this afternoon. And here we go. And now Mateta looking for a good chance here now for Palace here, kicking things off the game. And now Palace now, Mateta now, pass it there to Jefferson Lerma. And now all the way there to Lerma again, really pushing forward here now for Palace. Let me get the first opening goal maybe here now. And now Munoz with the ball here for Palace. Now to Michael Olissier, now Eze, good block. Now Caicedo clear the ball away here now for Brighton. And now João Pedro. And now Anderson on the ball back here. Now Joel Ward here for Palace. Now Jefferson Lerma. Now Eze. Now to Mateta. Now Mateta now the ball. Holds it tight here for Palace. And now Mateta now on the attack. Good pass to Zaha. He's around the goalkeeper. And he scores past the goalkeeper. And it's now 1-0 to Palace. And Zaha has done it. And the Palace fans are celebrating behind the goalkeeper of Dean Henderson, the other end of the pitch here at the Amex Stadium. As Palace are going wild, they are. This is a real strange rivalry between Palace and Brighton, and it's been going on now for years between these two sides. But we all know that now that Palace do take themselves very, very seriously here, and they are in front away from home. And now here's Guehi now. Now Guehi, now to Eze. Now Michael Olissier now for Palace. Now to Wilfried Zaha. Now Zaha now. Ooh, nice play there from Zaha now. It's Tyrese Mitchell here, the left back for Palace. Into the box maybe for Zaha. Now Mateta has a chance for a shot. Save right there for the goalkeeper. And the keeper was not phased one bit, he wasn't. And he went right straight at him. And now João Pedro now. Lost it back now to Jefferson Lerma. Now Lerma now on the attack here now for Crystal Palace. Lerma now. Great pass to Zaha. Now Zaha now. Now to Olissier now. Clearance away now to Caicedo. Now João Pedro. And now all the way right now to Dominic Solanke. He's pushing through here for Brighton Hove Albion. This could be a chance here now for Brighton to score, maybe so. Save from Dean Henderson. And that was a brilliant chance right there to make it potentially maybe so 1-1. Now Matoma now. Oh, good save right there from Henderson. And now Mitchell there with Palace now on the ball. Let's see what he can do with it here. And now let's say now pass there now to Monzios. Now to Mateta. Now Mateta now to Lerma. Now Lerma now pushing through here now against the Brighton defence here. Lerma's through on his own. Lerma has a shot and he scores. And now Crystal Palace are 2 goals in the front here. And they are in the lead now by 2. And now Jefferson Lerma goes all the way right there to the gaffer of Dougie Freeman to celebrate that goal. And that means a lot here for Crystal Palace to score 2 away goals here against Brighton this afternoon. And what a goal there for Jefferson Lerma. His first ever goal as a Palace player, by the way, funny enough, believe it or not. Scored in a great timing here, live on TV on Super Sunday. And that's brilliant right there for Jefferson Lerma to get his first goal live here on Sky Sports on Super Sunday here this afternoon. And now we've got not long left now till half time, by the way. Now Eze, now Mateta. Might look for a third goal, maybe so here. And now Tyrone Mings there. Good defending from Mings. Now here's Caicedo now for Brighton. And now pass there all the way to Solanke. Offside, by the way. And a yellow card there from Wilfried Zaha. He's been booked, by the way, here for Crystal Palace in the matchup. And that was a reckless challenge, by the way, I've got to say. As looks like here, Adorige right there got taken out by Wilfried Zaha. Now Matoma comes off the field and Grob comes on the field. And now Anderson there, pass the ball there to Eze. And now here's Lerma. Not long left now till half time now. Here's Eze. And now here's Caicedo. And now Solanke. No, he doesn't win it though, Solanke. Now back to Palace here. We've got 1 minute left of the game to go, by the way. 1 minute left. And now all the way there to Wilfried Zaha. As he's now hitting on the counter press here for Palace. And now back there to Brighton now. And it's all over now for half time, ladies and gentlemen. As it ends here at the break here at the Amex Stadium. As it was a real disappointment right here for Brighton Hove Albion. A slow day at the office right there for João Pedro. Not to score any goals whatsoever for Brighton Hove Albion in this matchup here this afternoon. And no goals scored for Brighton, but 2 for Palace though. As it ends at half time. Brighton 0, Crystal Palace 2 at half time.
Manchester City, the king
And we are here back for the second half of the matchup at the Amex Stadium, as Palace are really good so far in that second half to be 2 goals up here against their, let's say, South Coast rivals of Brighton Hove Albion in this weird, strange derby of the M25 between the South London side of Palace and the South Coast of Britain side, Brighton Hove Albion, in this game. Now João Pedro. Now Solanke has a shot. And it's gone wide right there now for a goal kick here for Crystal Palace. And now Billy Gilmore comes off the field. Adarige comes off. And now away to Mateta. Great pass there now to Michael Olise now. Makes it 3-0 maybe for Palace here. Michael Olise has a shot maybe here. Could be a chance for Olise. Good block. And now clearance away there now for Robert Sanchez there, the goalkeeper for Brighton and Hove Albion. And now Danny Welbeck wins it here nicely here for Brighton. And now here's to João Pedro. And now back to Jeff Lerma. And now here's Caicedo. And now here's João Pedro. We've got 20 minutes left of the game to go. And a shot. And a save right there from Dean Henderson. That could have been a real brilliant chance right there for maybe for Brighton to get back in the game. But a yellow card's been given right here for João Pedro in the matchup. And the referee right there warns him of a yellow card, by the way. And there you go. Good tackle right there from Eze. And let's see what happens from this now. And now here's Anderson there. Pass it there to Jeff Lerma. And now all the way there to Tyrone Mings. Now to João Pedro. Now is to Lerma. Okay, foul's been given. And it looks like here a free kick's to be given here for Brighton Hove Albion in this matchup. We've got, let's say, 15 minutes left of the game to go, by the way, between Brighton and also Crystal Palace. And now Grob now. Little ping there into the box slightly there. Little chip there now to Tyrone Mings. Mings here now for Brighton now. João Pedro's in the box here. Could be a goal. João Pedro! Oh, could have been. But they are behind though by 2 goals to Crystal Palace in this matchup. And all the Palace fans behind the goal on the other end, I really want to see Palace get a win here. And I think they're going to definitely see it here for this matchup this afternoon. And to come all the way down from South London, to come down to the south coast of Britain and get a win like this is massive. And Eze obviously comes off the field, and Jeff Slut will come on to a substitute from him. And now Solanke has a shot. And now here's Caicedo now for Brighton. Now to João Pedro. And now to Solanke. Now to Cucurella now for Brighton now. Cucurella now for a chance now. Good defending there from Palace. Now Zaha. And now all the way right there now to Lewis Dunk. We've got now 3 more minutes left of the game to go, by the way. 3 more minutes left of the game to go. And now Caicedo. Grob. Now header there slightly there to Caicedo now. And now Jeff Lerma. And that's going to be that here for full time. And Crystal Palace have guaranteed a massive victory here over Brighton Hove Albion. And Brighton lost the game here against Crystal Palace. And the South London side of Palace guaranteed a massive big 3 points here. 1 goal right there from Jefferson Lerma, and also the other goal scored by Wilfried Zaha, as it ends here at full time at the Amex Stadium as Brighton Hove Albion 0, Crystal Palace 2 at full time by the end of the matchup here this afternoon on Super Sunday. A real big victory right here for the Eagles of South London side Crystal Palace, as he won here against their unusual rivals of Brighton by 2-0. And Andy, what was your thoughts on Palace getting that away victory here against Brighton? A little bit surprised why Brighton did not fight in the game or show a lot of aggression against Palace, because Palace took them and torn them apart here at the Amex here this afternoon. What was the problem that Brighton faced in the game? And this is very unusual for Brighton Hove Albion to lose the game here by 2-0 over Crystal Palace. And this is a real, let's say, unusual M25 derby between Brighton and Palace. Really hate each other ever since the 70s when these two teams were in the 3rd tier of British football at the time. But as of this game here for this afternoon, Brighton were very, very sleepy, they were at the back. And two brilliant good goals there from Wilfried Zaha and also Jefferson Lerma to get them that win. But in the second half, Brighton were defending quite well, they were. Did not show any promises to score any goals in the matchup. And I've got to say that Palace's team were very, very stable, they were in that second half. And their attack in the first half was absolutely ridiculous, of the likes of Eze, Olise, Mateta, and also Zaha himself. And they really, created a lot of chances in that first half. And they've got their reward for Palace to get themselves that win over the line here for this afternoon. And now Palace are 2 points behind from Brighton in 11th place in the Premier League after that victory here away from home, while Brighton are currently 10th in the league, only 2 points in front of Palace. And maybe Palace might get good momentum in the next couple of games from now in the Premier League to push themselves maybe in that top 10 or maybe towards a European place. Thank you very much there, Andy. And now we move on now to our next matchup here as we go now to Islington in North London, as Arsenal, the team, will take on here over Liverpool, as there's a battle between these two sides in that top 4 race this season between Arsenal and Liverpool. Let's get to that game right now between these two great sides in London. And we are here finally at the Emirates Stadium for this big major game of the battle of the UEFA Champions League places for next season. They've still got loads of games to play obviously from now until the end of the season, for another 16 games left of the season to go. But as of right here, right now, we know that these two sides want to be in the Champions League for next season though. And these sort of fixtures are very important for any of these two sides, especially the teams who are lurking in those positions like Villa and Chelsea and also Spurs in that area as well, that top 4. But as for Liverpool, we know that for them, they really want to try and win here. Not looking good in the league so far, losing to Chelsea on Wednesday by 4-3 at home, and their home form's been absolutely poor for Jurgen Klopp's team. They lost to Arsenal in their last meeting in the Premier League by 3-2 at Anfield, lost to United by 3-2 at Anfield, and also lost to Newcastle by 5-1 at Anfield. And their home form so far this season is getting a little bit shocking so far for Jurgen Klopp's team. And we do all know that Liverpool have got a very tough fixtures coming up here in April. As right here for today, this afternoon, they play Arsenal away from home. Then they've got to go to the other side of London on Wednesday to take on Chelsea in the first leg of the quarter-finals. And then they've got to play in the Emirates FA Cup for next weekend in the quarter-finals at Anfield against Manchester City. And then after that, they do play against Chelsea at Anfield, and that'll be taking place on next week after the FA Cup for next weekend. So next, let's say a week after, they do play in the second leg of that. And let's see if Liverpool survives April with maybe some victories under their belt. And also here right now for this afternoon as well, could they do so? And now here we go right now for kick-off, and Arsenal kick things off straight away here against Liverpool here this afternoon. Now Saka now on the ball here, running through here, maybe a goal here for Arsenal maybe to make it 1-0. Could be a chance here, or easily right there onto the goalkeeper of Alisson. And that was a probably good chance there from Arsenal to try and get themselves an early lead in this game here. Now Jorginho, and now lost it back here now to Alexis McAllister. And now Darwin Núñez now on the attack here now for Liverpool. Could be a chance for Núñez here. Could be a goal maybe. He's beat past the goalkeeper and he scores! Within the first 9 minutes in the game, Liverpool take the lead. And did not take long at all, didn't it? It did not take long at all, as Jurgen Klopp's team are in front within the first 10 minutes in the game. As it looks like here, Darwin Núñez really ultra pace right there past the goalkeeper of David Raya, and then all he had to do is just tap the ball over the line, and now Liverpool are 1 goal up. And now Jesus here cuts through the play and scores to make it 1-1, and straight from 1-0 down to now 1-0 here. And now Liverpool are now level here again And Arsenal are now back in the game here, and now it's one apiece. And even when Arsenal were a little bit down a little bit after when Liverpool were leading the game, they show a little bit, let's say, courage, of course, to try a shot against Alisson, the goalkeeper, to try and respond back in the game, and they did that. And now's a chance for Nunez here. Oh, the reckless challenge right there. He's the last man, it looks like here, and Gabriel might be in big trouble, and the referee is going to give him a red card, and he's off. And Arsenal are down to 10 men. And what a remarkable game so far here at the Emirates. And all the fans of Arsenal are so disappointed as now Gabriel was being sent off by the referee as he was the last man as he took out Darwin Nunez out. And now they've got themselves a free kick here, Liverpool, as Trent Alexander-Arnold will take the free kick here against the goalkeeper in goal, David Raya, and also the wall, Martinelli, Saka, and Jorginho, and also Martin Odegaard. And now Trent Alexander-Arnold take the free kick here for Liverpool. And what a save right there from David Raya. Corner now for Liverpool. To try and make it here 2-1 again. Trying to get back in the game again. To try and put themselves back in front here, Liverpool. Head away right there now again here from Arsenal. And now Jorginho now on the counter-attack here now. Jorginho running through. Now Declan Rice. He's through here. Lost the ball back here now to Trent Alexander-Arnold here now for Liverpool. And now Dominic Sabitzer. Now Sabitzer now finds a pass right here, maybe so, to anyone here maybe. So he does. And it's gone all the way there now to McAllister. Good defending right there. Now here's to Declan Rice. And now Gabriel Martinelli. And now Sabitzer. And now we've got ourselves a free kick here, by the way. And it looks like here Arsenal won themselves that free kick. And now it looks like Kyle Wall will pass it here now to Jorginho. And now Jorginho now pushing forward. Now to Darwin Nunez. And Darwin Nunez now 1v1. There's the goalkeeper. Darwin Nunez here to make it 2-1. Save right there for the goalkeeper. And then McAllister. Oh! That could have been 2-1. That could have been brilliant chance right there from Alexis McAllister to score. And that's gone obviously wide right there. And now we've got ourselves a goal kick. Pass here short there to Saliba. And now here's to Ben White. And we've got, let's say, another 15 minutes left of the game to go here. And now Martin Odegaard. And now Ben White. Cross into the box here. Header right there for a goal. And now Gabriel Martinelli makes Arsenal in the lead here for the first time in this matchup. And the Arsenal fans are going wild here at the Emirates Stadium as Gabriel Martinelli makes it 2-1 to the Gunners. And I've got to say, great, let's say, football right there from Arsenal. They really show, let's say, that they might be down to 10 men this game, but they want to try and show the fight they want to show in this matchup. And they're doing that really nice and comfortably right here against the goalkeeper of Alisson obviously for Liverpool. And now here's Saliba. And now here's to Bukayo Saka. And now Saka right now really pushing through. And now here's to Mateo now to Alexis McAllister. And now to Thiago now for Liverpool to make it 2-2. Now McAllister now through. Has a chance here maybe. McAllister. And now Sabitzer. And a goal right there for Liverpool. And now they're back in the game here again. And a 4-goal swing here between these two sides in the first half. A 4-goal thriller. And pure entertainment in that first half. With a sending off with Gabriel. Probably made it a little bit weaker, the defending right there from Arsenal maybe. That vulnerability having 10 men on the field for the Arsenal team. But at the same time, Arsenal are showing a little bit of fight here against Liverpool so far though. Even if it's 2-2 as if we speak at the moment in this game. Now Saka now on the ultra attack here for a chance here. Clearance there from Mateo. We've got, let's say, 2 more minutes left of the game to go. And it's all over for the first half of the matchup here at the Emirates Stadium. And you cannot separate these two sides going into half-time as Liverpool and Arsenal have been absolutely incredible so far in the first half of the game. But it ends here at half-time as Arsenal 2, Liverpool 2 at half-time.
Manchester City, the kings of English football again. You'll never stop this thing. I will never let you go.
And we are back in the match-up here between Arsenal and Liverpool, and it's 2-2 at the break. And now we are back for the second half with some more coverage here of football. Now Rafinha, now lost it back here to Kyle now to Ben White. Ben White now to Martinelli. And now to Jesus. Really good press on here now from Arsenal. Jesus here, could be a goal maybe. Good defending right there, cover corner right there from Arsenal. I know Arsenal are down to 10 men as well, and they're really putting the brakes on here on Liverpool here. And looks like here that Thiago's going to be coming off the field and replaced by Gravenberg, and he'll be the captain now to be on the pitch here for Liverpool. And now Martinelli passes it short here to Bukayo Saka. Now Saka now in the box here, could be a goal, clearance away, and now is it trying for Martinelli maybe? So shoots, oh, very close. And now Addison now take the pass there now to Konate. Now Konate now to find out. Oh, lost control of that Konate there. Martinelli, pass to Gabriel Jesus and scores. And a massive mistake right there from Konate. He tried to clear the ball out of danger. Then Martinelli won the ball off of him. And then he found an option right there to pass the ball to Jesus. No one there marking Gabriel Jesus. And then all he had to do is hit that ball over the line into the back of the net as Arsenal take the lead here at the Emirates. 3-2 in the game. This is brilliant, this is, I've got to say. The football has been absolutely very creativity-wise in terms of Arsenal being very ruthless in that second half. They've been ruthless throughout this second half so far, even when Liverpool try to get back in the game. Now Leao, and now here's to White. White now holds it nice and tight here for Arsenal now to Martin Odegaard. Now to Declan Rice. Oh, Rice is through. Could be a chance here for a goal. Pass there to Martinelli. Back to Rice here. And a goal right there for Declan Rice. And now 4-2 to the Arsenal. And now Declan Rice runs to the manager, Mikel Arteta, and celebrates with him. I don't know what Arteta said to the players at half-time, even though we're down to 10 men. I think he's really shown a lot of influence into the Arsenal team at the half-time break. Really told them we're going to go out there in that second half and win this matchup. It's probably Arteta's comments, of course, and that, let's say, real proper team talk has made Arsenal really equipped here in the second half. And now it's 4-2 to the Gunners. Now Rafinha now on the attack here. Could be 4-3. Clears away there from Arsenal. And now here's now to Ben White. Now to Bukayo Saka. Looking for a pass here now to Gabriel Jesus. Nice attack here now to Jesus. Now to Martinelli. Martinelli's through. Could be 5-2 Arsenal. 5-2. Oh, save right there for the goalkeeper. Corner kick here in the game here for Arsenal. And now we've got Martinelli coming off the field. And Kim Ward's coming off. We also got Nuno coming on the field. And also Trossard. But as of now for Liverpool, Leao comes off the field and Luis Diaz comes on the field here. And we've got 10 more minutes left of the game to go, by the way. 10 more minutes. Pass it short here now to Odegaard. Cross into the box here. And now here's to Darwin Núñez. And now Trossard. And now all the way here now to Diaz here. And now here's Nuno Mendes, the ball. Lost it back here. Now Liverpool won the ball back. Now Darwin Núñez. And now Núñez now going through here now. Maybe a chance for Liverpool to try and get back into it here. Liverpool on the attack here. Now to a pass to Gravenberg. Shot save right there for the goalkeeper. And now we've got ourselves a corner in the matchup here. And Martin Odegaard obviously comes off the field. And that's been a substitution been made. Double substitution right there from Arsenal. And also Sabitzer comes off the field. And Harvey Elliott comes on for Liverpool. And now Trent Alexander-Arnold cross the ball into the box here. Okay, that's going to be now out here for a goal kick here for Arsenal. Raya will take the goal kick. And Arsenal did actually beat Liverpool 3-2 at Anfield in their last meeting in the Premier League. And they're doing the exact same thing here at the Emirates. And they might stay in 4th place by the end of this match day. And they'll be 4 points clear from Liverpool and also to Aston Villa. They can get a result here. Now Zubimendi now to Saka. And a goal right there in the end of the matchup. And Bukayo Saka makes it 5. And a brilliant pass right there from Zubimendi to pass the ball nicely right there by Bukayo Saka. And Bukayo Saka, all he had to do is tap that ball past Alisson into that back of the net. A great assist right there from Zubimendi to make it 5-2 to the Gunners. and Arsenal have definitely won this game here against Liverpool. And Liverpool were very sleepy. Look, they had some chances, Liverpool, in fact, in the game, but not as great as Arsenal's. And the whistle blows here at full time, and Arsenal do guarantee a massive 3 points. And also they stay in the top 4 after beating Liverpool here by 5 goals to 2. And they're now 4 points clear from 5th place Villa and 6th, 7th place Chelsea and Liverpool, ending off match day 23 of the Premier League here on Super Sunday, as it ends here at the Emirates Stadium as Arsenal 5, Liverpool 2. A massive win for Arsenal, and they do guarantee themselves 3 points against Liverpool here at the Emirates Stadium. And tell us your thoughts, Andy, about this matchup of the result here for Arsenal to really create a real big moment here as they defeated Liverpool and they're 4 points clear in the top 4 of the Premier League. Great character that Arsenal showed in the matchup. A lot of resilience in the match to really, put the pressure on Liverpool in the match, because Liverpool were dangerous during the start of the game, as we know. And obviously we all thought that Arsenal might have a very difficult game here for this afternoon after Liverpool have to get a winning way, obviously, after losing to Chelsea during the week. And they want to try and get back into winning ways, of course, in this matchup, as Liverpool needed to win this game to put themselves back into that top 4 position. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case here this afternoon. Arsenal show a lot of character and a lot of belief in their team that they can get the win over the line here at home. And they're right, they were, Arsenal. They were the better team. They show a lot of fight in the game, and wonder why the players celebrate with Mikel Arteta with those goals they've scored, because looks like the team really paid back to the manager in terms of that intense training and also that belief when the manager gives these players to try and get the win here for this afternoon to keep them in that top 4 of that Premier League to try and qualify for the Champions League for next season. But they do play, obviously, on Wednesday for their quarter-final matchup against Benfica, while Liverpool will be the ones who will be playing against Chelsea again in their UEFA Champions League tie away from home at Stamford Bridge. Thank you very much there, Andy. And now we move on now to the other 8 coverages of the Premier League games across the Premier League here for match day 23. And let's get to those games right here, right now, before wrapping up the show here for this afternoon. A brilliant start for Spurs in the matchup as Harry Kane scored the first goal within 4 minutes in the game, as James Tarkowski right there tried to clear the ball away from danger, but Harry Kane outmuscled him and he got the ball as he was only 1v1 there to Jordan Pickford, and now he slots it home past Pickford, and now Spurs take the lead here at Goodison Park. And then Spurs again extended the lead to make it 2-0 as Fekir won the ball first before Pickford got there, as he managed to go past Jordan Pickford, the goalkeeper, and tap it in an open net. And now Spurs extend the lead now by 2-0 at Goodison Park. And now Spurs carried on the play and carried on dominating Everton, as Spurs again, another goal from Harry Kane again, right in the box here, in that top corner. And within, let's say, 20 minutes in the game so far, Spurs have been absolutely dominant, they've been. And even Harry Kane especially, on his laces right there in that top corner, summed it all up. And then Richarlison for Everton got a goal to make it 3-1 in the matchup. A great little run right there, all by himself, as the hope is still alive for Everton to try and get back in the matchup, as Richarlison scores there to make it 3-1. And there's massive hope for Everton to carry on this momentum, and they did that, as Christian Romero slide tackled Richarlison inside the penalty box, and that gives a little bit of confidence here for Everton to get back in the game, as Christian Romero has been booked a yellow card right there by taking out Richarlison very recklessly here, and Spurs seemed a little bit worried here as they're 3-1 up, and maybe this could be a comeback for Everton in the game. And then Dominic Calvert-Lewin took the penalty here for Everton and scored it past Spurs. And now it's 3-2, and maybe comeback is on for the Toffees here at Goodison Park this afternoon. And then Spurs kicked off when Everton scored that penalty right there from Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And straight away, when Calvert-Lewin scored the penalty, Spurs responded back and got a fourth to make sure they extend the lead past Everton's goalkeeper of Jordan Pickford. And now it's 4-2 to Spurs in the matchup. Harry Kane took it all upon himself, ran through all the defenders, and now it's 4-2 Spurs. And then straight in the second half, Richarlison really ultra-attacking here. 1v1 right there to Lopez, right in that bottom corner. And now Everton has scored in the game here to make it 4-3 in the matchup. Great run right there from Richarlison and a brilliant pass there from Doucouré in the matchup. And a free kick here for Spurs in the matchup. Harry Kane passes short there to Kulusevski. And then Bentancur right there trying to shoot. Great defending, and then Harry Kane shot right there in that bottom corner, and now it's 5-3 in the matchup at Goodison Park. And then Everton got back in the game slightly to make it 5-4 in the matchup. They're still behind, but hope is alive for Sean Dyche's men to try and might get something out of this matchup here at Goodison Park. They're still behind though, but Dwight McNeil scored that goal to make it 5-4. And Everton finally in the matchup made a huge absolute surprise here as they were 3-0 down in the matchup here against Spurs at Goodison Park. And then Doucouré with a huge comeback goal to make it 5-5 before the end of the game. And huge pandemonium right there for all the Everton fans going absolute ballistic. They thought their team might lose here this afternoon, but the fight and encouragement continued, and another goal scored to make it 6-5 for Everton. Another corner in the 90th minute of the game to win them the matchup. And I cannot in my Premier League history remember any team from 5 goals or even 3-0 down to come back and make it 6-5 in a game is absolutely remarkable. And he goes all the way right there to Sean Dyche and celebrates. And the true underdogs of the Premier League, Everton, really carried on and continued being consistent on winning matches in the Premier League, as they're in a very good position to try and qualify for UEFA Champions League for next season. But Spurs, however, hat-trick for Harry Kane, but wasn't enough for Spurs though to guarantee a massive 3 points here, as it ends Everton 6, Spurs 5. Not looking good for Leeds United in the matchup here, as Leicester City got themselves a penalty in the matchup. A reckless foul right there from Diego Llorente, who took out Harvey Barnes out, the Leicester City winger, and the referee gives him a yellow card. And now a penalty here for Leicester City, the visitors here at Ellen Road this afternoon. And James Maddison takes the penalty here for Leicester City, as the Foxes have got a chance to put themselves in the lead. And they did do that, as James Maddison put that ball right in the middle of the goal, as Mourier dived the wrong way. And now Leicester City are 1-0 in the game. And then Leicester City got themselves another goal to make it 2-0. What a cut through right there from Harvey Barnes. Turned over 2 defenders and then scored past Mourier to make sure Leicester extend the lead here and guarantee hopefully a win by the end of the matchup, as Harvey Barnes makes it 2 now for Leicester City in the game. And then straight after that, another goal was scored in the matchup here, but this time around it was Leeds United got themselves a goal back, as Patrick Bamford puts that ball right past Kasper Schmeichel. A great hit from him, to be fair, but they are still behind though by 2-1. But at least they've got a little bit of fight back here in the game here in Yorkshire. A real perfect run right there from James Maddison. He actually ran and actually skilled over the goalkeeper, as it was 1v1 to the goal all by himself. Had a shot from goal and it deflected before going in by the leg of Junior Firpo to make it an own goal for Leeds United from their man Junior Firpo. But a great victory right there for Leicester City, as 3 points being collected away from home for them. But as for the Leeds, they are in big trouble now, as they're 5 points clear from the relegation zone in 15th place and only 1 point from the teams below them who are outside of the relegation drop, Wolves and Sheffield United, as they collected victories also on match day 23, and now is really drifting Leeds now towards that relegation fight also, as it ends here at Ellen Road here as Leeds United 1, Leicester City 3 at full time. And then Sheffield United have got themselves in the lead within 10 minutes in the game. A great pass right there from Gustavo Hammer all the way there to James McAtee. 1v1 for the goalkeeper, and he hits it past that keeper to put Sheffield United in the lead here in the game. And what a perfect start for the Blades of Sheffield. And then Villa got back in the matchup to make it 1-1. A great goal there from Moussa Diaby. What a hit from outside of the box as a corner came into the box from Villa. Clearance away from Sheffield United, went to the feet of Moussa Diaby, and now Villa are now back level in the game as they've equalised at Bramall Lane just before half time. In the second half, perfect counter-attack here from Moussa Diaby. Once again scores another goal to put Villa in front for the first time ever in this matchup. What a real good counter-press here from Moussa Diaby in that bottom corner right there for him. And now Villa are now 2-1 up here at Bramall Lane. And then Unai Emery's Villa carried on the play. Great counter-attack here from Ollie Watkins. 1v1 to the goalkeeper right there of Fodringham. And now it's 3-1 to Villa. And looks like here Sheffield United are having a very terrible game so far as we speak. But however, the fight back for Chris Wilder's Sheffield United is still open for them in the match, as Lorenzi right there passed it there to Cameron Archer, and then Cameron Archer found a great pass there to James McAtee, and then hits it right there in that top corner, and now the fight is on here for Sheffield United. And then Sheffield United got themselves another goal in the matchup as Lorenzi right there, nice little cut for a play, then pass it there to James McAtee, and then all the way to Oliver Norwood, as Sheffield United have made a huge comeback in the matchup, as a fight is on here for Sheffield United, as they were losing by 3-1 during the half-time period, and now from 3-1 to 3-3 is remarkable for Sheffield United, and even more remarkable, another goal for Sheffield United to put them back in front in the matchup once again, as a great cut-through pass there from Lorenzi right there to James McAtee, who slopped that ball past Emiliano Martinez to make it 4-3 for Sheffield United, and even the manager's so impressed of his performance so far. And then straight in the 90th minute of the matchup, the left back Jack Robinson scores another goal to make sure that Sheffield United guarantee a major big 3 points here at Bramall Lane in the 90th minute of the game by Jack Robinson, as again looks like Villa are definitely heading for a defeat here at Bramall Lane, and that is definitely the full-time whistle, by the way. Chris Wilder's side has shown a lot of character, a lot of fight, and really got back in the matchup from 3-1 down to 5-3 in the matchup here at Bramall Lane, as now they are 4 points clear outside of the relegation zone from Celtic, as it ends here Sheffield United 5, Aston Villa 3 at full time. Newcastle United guaranteed a goal to make it 1-0 in the matchup. A real proper shot there from Joelinton as he puts that ball right past the goalkeeper of Joe Hart, and Newcastle take the lead here at St James's Park at the start of the game here for this afternoon. And then Newcastle extend the lead to make it 2-0 in the matchup within half an hour in the game, as Alan Saint-Maximin got himself a goal past Joe Hart with ultra pace right there from Saint-Maximin, beat past a Celtic defender, took it by himself upon to put that ball over the line to make it 2-0 to Newcastle United. And then Newcastle got themselves a third goal within the second half, as real proper counter-attack here from Callum Wilson. Again 1v1, another solo right there for Newcastle United for the third time in this matchup. And now Newcastle put that ball placed past Joe Hart, and now Newcastle take the third goal in the lead here in this game. And then Newcastle got another goal to make it 4-0, as Saint-Maximin's second goal was brilliant, right in the roof of the net, as Newcastle United are 4 goals in front here, as Celtic are no way back in the game now, as Celtic Football Club look like they've been really battered here proper by Eddie Howe's Newcastle. And a real brilliant victory right there for Newcastle, guaranteed a massive 3 points. And also for Celtic, disappointment for them as they're currently lurking in that bottom 3 of the Premier League. But full-time score though ends Newcastle 4, Celtic 0. A bad start for Chelsea in the game as they were behind against Wolverhampton Wanderers. An unbelievable cross right there from Adama Traore to cross that ball right there to Chunna to put that ball in that bottom corner, as now Wolverhampton Wanderers are in the lead here at Stamford Bridge. And a brilliant goal right there for Chelsea to get back in the matchup, as they're 1 goal behind here in this game against Wolverhampton Wanderers. As a great hit right there from Tammy Abraham to slot that ball right in that top corner, as now Chelsea, the Blues, are now level here at Stamford Bridge. And then Chelsea conceded another goal in the matchup here by Wolves again, as Chunna right there hit the post, rebound back there to Wang Hee-chang, and then scored past the goalkeeper right there of Courtois, as now Wolverhampton Wanderers are 2-1 up here at Stamford Bridge. And things are looking bad to worse here for Chelsea, as Wolverhampton Wanderers got themselves another goal here at Stamford Bridge. A great pass there from Craig Dawson all the way to Chunna, as he hits it first time, railed the crossbar, and the ball went over the line. And now Wolves are 3-1 up here, and things are looking bad here for Chelsea at the moment, as Wolves are really surprised they are 3-1 up here at Stamford Bridge. But then, however, Cole Palmer, the substitute, got himself his first ever goal here for Chelsea as a player for the Chelsea Football Club since signing from Man City June of last summer, not getting any game time whatsoever as a substitute for Chelsea. And finally, he got himself his first ever goal as a Chelsea player. But then, however, then Wolves got themselves a goal at the end. And what a bicycle kick right there from Chunna, as a shot was saved right there for the goalkeeper by a shot there from Wang Hee-chang. And then Chunna right there on his bicycle kick. Real good kick right there from him into that bottom corner. And Wolverhampton Wanderers got that massive, shocking, surprise, upset victory over Chelsea away from home. And that was absolutely brilliant, that is right there, for Wolverhampton Wanderers to pick up a win here in West London this afternoon, as it ends Chelsea 2, Wolves 4 at full time. The two teams of Norwich and Rangers are both in the relegation zone, but however, fellow relegation side Rangers take the lead here by a goal from Harry Wilson, as he took the ball all by himself, ran past the Norwich City defenders and slot that ball home past Angus Gunn, and Glasgow Rangers take the lead here at Ibrox. And then the other fellow relegation zone team, Norwich City, got themselves a goal back in the matchup by a goal from Timo Pukki within 11 minutes in the game. And looks like here, these two teams a little bit lively within the first 10 minutes in the matchup, as now Norwich City are back in level as they equalise here at Ibrox. And then Glasgow Rangers make themselves another goal in the matchup within 20 minutes in the game, as a great pass there from Andres Pereira all the way right there to Delilo. So all he had to do is tap it in past the goalkeeper to make it 2-1, as a brilliant goal for him. And now Rangers lead here by 2-1. And then Norwich City unfortunately gave away another silly goal, as Willian crossed it in all the way right there to Delalo to strike that ball into the bottom of the goal. And it's now 3-1 here for Glasgow Rangers so far in this matchup. And a massive, crucial 3 points for Rangers, as these two teams are currently in the relegation drop as we speak in the Premier League. But however, for Rangers, a lot of character they've shown in the game, a lot of fight in the matchup, and they got that win and a well-deserved victory for Philip Clement's side as they won the game here as it ends at Ibrox Stadium as Glasgow Rangers 3, Norwich City 1 at full time. Not a very good start for Man City as they were behind within 18 minutes in the game by a goal from Ivan Toney. A great cross into the box of Brentford as the ball was bouncing in the box and Ivan Toney got that last touch from that header as Ederson couldn't get there in time, and now it's 1-0 to Brentford here at the G-Tech Stadium. And things got bad to worse here for Man City, the current champions from last season, as Brentford extend the lead to make it 2-0 as Kasper Dolberg scored past Ederson, and Man City are now 2 goals behind here and not looking good for Pep Guardiola's Man City as Thomas Frank's side take 2 goals in front here in the game in the first half. And then, however, just before half-time, Man City got themselves a goal back in the matchup. A great 1v1 solo right there from Lionel Messi to finish that ball past the goalkeeper of Flacken, the Danish goalkeeper, as Lionel Messi gets one back here for Man City. But unfortunately, City could not get back in the matchup at full time, as unfortunately a massive loss in the cards for Man City. Back-to-back victories came to an end in terms of unbeaten run in the Premier League so far. It came short after losing here by 2-1. Great goal right there from Toney and also for Kasper Dolberg as it ends here in West London here for this afternoon as it ends Brentford 2. Manchester City 1 at full time in the game. A brilliant start for Manchester United as Cristiano Ronaldo got the opener against West Ham United's goalkeeper Areola as Man United take the lead here as they're 1 goal in front in the matchup here at Old Trafford. And then again another goal was scored in the matchup here to make it 2-0 United, and the exact same player scored the first goal, scores the second goal in the game as Ronaldo has scored 2 past the West Ham goalkeeper of Areola as Man U are hoping to be 8 points clear from Manchester City in the league table. And then Gerald Bowen got himself a goal back for West Ham United to make it 2-1. A shot right there saved. Rebound back to Navas to Bowen again. And he makes it 1 goal back for West Ham United as it's 2-1 to Man U so far here at the Theatre of Dreams. For West Ham United to be 2-0 down the game to make it 2-2 in the matchup as a perfect hit right there from Paqueta in the late stages of the game to put West Ham in level terms here at Old Trafford, and that is massive disappointment right here for Man United and for Cristiano Ronaldo. You can tell the frustrations right there, Ronaldo, to score 2 and then in the second half crumble over West Ham's 2 goals in the second half, as Man United unfortunately had to drop points here at the top of the Premier League. But it ends here at full time as Man United 2, West Ham 2 at full time at Old Trafford. The official results on match day 23 of the Premier League. Brighton 0, Crystal Palace 2, Arsenal 5, Liverpool 2, Rangers 3, Norwich 1, Chelsea 2, Wolves 4, Everton 6, Spurs 5, Leeds 1, Leicester City 3, Man United 2, West Ham United 2, Newcastle United 4, Celtic 0, and Brentford 2, Man City 1, and Sheffield United 5, Aston Villa 3. But as of the league table here on match day 23, as Man United now are 6 points clear from Man City, while in third place we have is Everton, as Arsenal now are 4 points clear from Villa, Chelsea and Liverpool in fourth place, while we do have Newcastle now moving up to 9th, while Brighton are dropped down to 10th in the top half of the Premier League. And that will mean for the bottom half of the Premier League as Crystal Palace are 11th with 31 points, and 12th position is West Ham with 31, while Leicester City are currently 13th with 29 points, while Brentford are 14th with 28. But as of the Leeds, they are now getting closer and closer and closer now towards the relegation drop, as Leeds are in big trouble as they are only 1 point in front of Wolves and Sheffield United, with 1 point ahead of those two teams below them in the league, while Celtic, Rangers and Norwich occupy the bottom three by the end of match day 23 of the Premier League. And now moving, of course, for this week coming up on the UEFA Champions League second leg will be taking place live on BBC, as we'll do have Liverpool as they're going to host here against Chelsea, while Bayern Munich will take on Man City, as those games will be live featured on BBC for the quarter-finals of the UEFA Champions League. And thank you guys for watching here of all the coverage on Super Sunday, as I'll be back of course soon with some more football coverage on Sky Sports in a couple weeks from now. But Champions League football awaits coming up on BBC on Wednesday, and let's find out of those three games who will go through into the quarterfinals of the Champions League, as we have the beginning of the quarterfinals leg for the first leg begins on Wednesday. And that'll be it from me here right now for Richard Keys, and have a very good evening everybody.